That is going to change in the next few days. You're going to see it's going to be quite evident. People are going to be saying things you never thought you would hear them say as paid actors, known as your Congress. You'll see. Come with in the next week or two, I'm telling you, you're going to start to see it all come out. It's going to change because those people will go play shuffleboard on maybe Palau. You know, they've been to Palau recently. They were in Palau, just so you know, is an island in Micronesia. Palau, in accordance to the operative world, it is very similar to, they claim that there is more gold there than anything else. That's what they claim. Anywhere else. It's kind of like they talk about the Philippines and the Marcos money and all of these types of things. But Palau has satellites, actually, over Palau from every single country in the world. And it's not that big of an island. It can't have that much gold, you know. So what is it about Palau that was so special? Well, long and the short of it, it wasn't a mega portal. You know, yep. And do they know that? Did they know that's why they were there? Did they know that's why they've been working there? I mean, it's basically been little U.S. for a long, long time. China has tried to make their way into that area, into that region to take over those things. Another place they've been is Borneo. There's another portal there. So they've been to a lot of places, to their credit, trying to do a lot of things, but it has nothing to do with the plan of fixing the United States. It has to do with taking control of an unlimited money, gold, silver, rare earth mineral supply. That's what it has to do with. It has nothing to do with fixing this country. So if you want to, go ahead and trust the plan. Good luck to you, because there isn't one. Next, not one that makes sense anyway. So now, other things that have been going on, and part of the reason why I actually really wasn't on the news, which really had nothing to do with listening to idiots down the street necessarily, it had more to do with the ascension of the planet.
Okay. That sounds good.
Yes. So if you think of the way Earth was when we started this process, a couple of years ago, the actual birthing process of Earth itself. And you looked at the universe as, you say, like there was a horizontal line in the middle, if you can visualize this, and the whole top of the paper was white, and the whole bottom of the paper was black. Mm-hmm. You would have seen Earth right in the middle, with 2/3 of Earth below the line. So we had a tiny little bit of Earth in the light part of the multiverse, and 2/3 of it in the lower half, or the dark multiverse. Remember, levels 1 and 2 were below, and there was that tiny tip above. And that's kind of where we started. So the ascension of Earth is just as important as the ascension of all of us, without having all that dark. Now, the dark wanted to completely take it over and sink it below that line, so it became part of the dark multiverse, and then eventually turn the entire paper black.
Right.
So where we reached, based on all of the cleanup and all of the essence and the pheromones and the bots and bits and all of the things we've been doing, and the crystals that we're finding and the metamaterials and all these different locations on this planet that were anchors pulling it down. So it's kind of like that energetic cord, in your emotional therapy class. It pulls you down. Mm-hmm. So it was like putting a bunch of tethers or strings from Earth, in the core of Earth, around the Earth, in different points and vortexes around the Earth. We've heard of those, and putting connections and cords directly to the dark overlord, so to speak, or the ninth lower astral anti-source, and pulling Earth down bit by bit by bit, because we didn't start out there. Yeah. We started out much higher. But over the course of time, that's what ended up happening. And that's what they had done to every other planet that would have been on that line. They pulled them all below the line. So you remember several months back, we had pulled them back up. But now, where we go one, where we go all, we're all connected in a collective consciousness. So as of the other day, on Monday actually, we actually reached now half and half.
Okay.
And it became critical because as we started to pass through the time-space continuum and completely move Earth back into the light side of the multiverse and turn out the lights down below, so to speak, and move it all down light, we still had enough of those tethers to hold us stuck in something you call a temporal anomaly, or locked inside like a time-space continuum. And we had 3 days to get it out.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, because you can't stay in there that long. It's like a void. You're in a void. You're not in a place of energetic exchange. You're not part of that consciousness anymore. You're in the void. And so we had to basically, as fast as possible, we had all hands on deck. We had the council involved, the enforcer involved, all those that have come here to help us involved, to remove the remaining tethers before this afternoon, basically, which is why I'm taking a long time of your time today in the news, and I know that, but I wanted to explain to you, there's a very good reason why. I was like, this was on Monday. We weren't moving anymore. So,
oh my gosh.
So those tethers that remained were enough to kind of hold us. We weren't going forward, but we weren't going backward either.
Right.
So as of probably about an hour ago, maybe 2 of this recording, we are now moving again, which is good. Right. We still have some drag, and we're clearing and cleaning that up, but I would say we're more than, we got maybe a small 1/8 possibly still in that dark line. Like we're moving out of that now. We're back moving again, so that's positive. Hopefully we can remove the rest of this stuff within the next, 4 or 5 hours, and then we'll be completely into that side of the multiverse. Now, Earth, you have Earth and you had anti-Earth, because as above, so is below. The other thing that's taken place in the last few days is we have actually removed those tethers and those ties and connections and the quantum entanglement between the lower astral universe planets and the upper astral universe planets. There is nothing that exists down there that is of the light, that is of the Creator at all. So the intention is, now that quantum entanglement is not there anymore, then that everything should pretty much dissipate in fairly short order. It shouldn't take that long. It's a parasitic multiverse, or multiverses. It's many universes that we exist in, both planes and dimensions and whatnot. So, in brief, that is the critical thing that I've been working on for the last few days, because we can't be stuck there for a long period of time. You'll expire. So I was very concerned about that.
Wow.
As far as the government and all of that, I'm like, okay, we'll have those conversations. We'll talk about that kind of stuff because it's important. Yeah. But it was more important that we all made it through that critical point. So I'm excited that we're now moving again, and I'm like, phew.
It's like a movie, Kim, honestly. It's like the crazy stuff that nobody knows that happens. It's like, gosh. I don't know.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. So your alleged management of planet Earth is sitting here talking about hacking and computers and trying to find funding. Well, we're actually